they come up off turn number 4. Green flag goes back in the air, and we're racing again at Phoenix Raceway. Jesse Love on the inside lane. Jack Wood works topside.
Good restart for Jack Wood as he's able to stay with Jesse Love at least to the entry of turn 1. Once they hit the corner, Jesse Love is gone, and Jack Wood goes to the second. Here comes William Sawalich down the back straightaway.
Well, they were 3 wide for position number 3. Now they're side by side for the lead. Jack Wood down to the inside on Jesse Love. Side by side, leading on one another. Jack Wood, Jesse Love, wheel to wheel for the race lead in Phoenix.
And behind them, you've got Connor Jones and William Sawalich. They almost make it 4 wide for the lead. Contact is made. It looks like Connor Jones got into the back of Jack Wood, who gets into our leader, Jesse Love. 2 cars remain at turn 2. Tough break for Jack Wood and Jesse Love, as it was Connor Jones who comes to a rest in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Just too many cars. It's hard to go 4 wide into turn 1.
They were unsuccessful in that attempt, and some of the best cars of the race have been wiped out. Jack Wood and Jesse Love's cars torn up against the safer barrier, where under caution, William Sawalich inherits the race lead. Greg Van Alst, the Daytona winner, now goes up to second. Back at Phoenix Raceway, well, resident expert analyst Todd Gordon, you've watched NASCAR TV replays over and over. What types of things did you see happen in that big crash in turn 1?
Yeah, I mean, you had a battle for first and second, and then third and fourth. They shortcut the dogleg, and it put them where they're about equal to them. I really felt like Connor Jones just wasn't willing to give up on the 18 car in the battle, and he ran over the 6 car. I'm going to be blunt about it. He just ran over the 6 car and caused a wreck, and it's one of those things that you've got to learn when to race and when not to.
So you had William Sawalich on the inside. You had the 6 of Jack Wood in the middle, Jesse Love on the outside, and Connor Jones was trying to potentially make it 4 wide. You can't go 4 wide into turn number 1, Dan, and come out the other end. And that hole closed up, and Connor just nowhere to go. And, if we say it like Todd did, refusing to lift, and just jacked up the 6 and turned him into the 20 and wiped out a couple of pretty good cars.
I tell you what, it really is a shame. And I know Connor Jones is just trying to be competitive, but man, you have to balance that with some type of discipline when you come into corners like that, particularly when you're almost 4 wide. And, you look at Jesse Love and Jack Wood, they were having tremendous races. And as you said, Jesse Love did absolutely nothing wrong. He was just the last domino in this domino effect here at turn 1. He is finally, both drivers, by the way, are out of their cars, and they're on their way to the infield care center. They are okay. There is no fluid on the track, so we hope that cleanup will be relatively quick here at turns 1. It's just a tough night, a tough pill to swallow for both Jesse Love and Jack Wood.
It is. It really is. And, Todd, you made mention that with Connor Jones basically being the bowling ball going down into turn number 1 and wiping out a couple of cars, how much does spotter come into play on this? The spotter is on top of the roof at the farthest point away from where the accident happened.
Yeah, where the spotters are, the cars are driving away from you. The depth perception getting into turn 1, it's really challenging. It's the toughest call from here to really call somebody clear off of 2 or into 1. You've got to be looking out your front windshield, and I think he was racing hard against the 18 car beside him, and just lost focus of where his speed was on the 6 car.
So you had 4 cars going into turn number 1. Only one gets away without any damage at all, and that's William Sawalich, who is back out front here at the Phoenix Raceway. He was running way down on the inside. Connor Jones did get away, although they caved the front end of that race car in. Now, Steve Post is headed to the care center to hear from Jack Wood, to hear from Jesse Love. Steve, I know you're in hot pursuit to try to get over there, but I do want to bring you in on this equation. You've got Rev Racing, wiped out a race car, and another Venturini car, and a Venturini car that, quite honestly, may have been the one that caused the wreck. I would imagine, these are 2 highly prolific car owners in this series, and they don't like to see their cars wiped out.
No, they really don't, and especially when you look at Jesse Love. You guys have documented he was the innocent victim. His teammate Connor Jones maybe not on the innocent side of this, and so this will get the attention of a team owner. Big Bill Venturini standing on the pit box, just kind of shaking his head. Billy, well, he ain't scared to cue up the radio and offer his observations, and very colorful observation as usual from Billy on this one. Very, very tough break for the team, and that's the frustration with it for the Venturini camp. Is it's not bad enough, and I'm making my way toward the ARCA garage, and they're pulling the remains right now of the Jesse Love car behind a wrecker, and it is wadded up big time. He got into the fence big time. That car is really damaged, and unfortunately it was a teammate that maybe caused that car to get up into the wall. So rough deal here. Going to be an interesting team powwow, the first of the week at Venturini Motorsports in Concord, North Carolina.